Yeah, I was going to say, those box look very destructible. Antidotal weed. My favorite type. You know, these stores these days really have all sorts of specialty strains. Strands? I don't know. I've been in a weed shop once and I didn't get anything. I was just there for my brother. Not for my brother. I went with my brother because he was like, hey, you want to come? And I was like, sure. And I was incredibly uncomfortable the entire time. Poor animals. Must be running out of food, too.
Hey there. How you doing?
Heading north? Well, be careful up there. Some of the animals in the plains are getting restless. I was about to say surely there's a roll, but it's like, yeah, I have a roll. I learned the roll already. This is like old-fashioned... You know, kids, some of the... What do you have to say?
Oh, my.
Giant stone buildings, iron boxes that carried people. Folks sure did a lot of amazing things back then. Sure thing. Hey, kids, did you know that back in the day, Zelda games didn't have a sprint? They just had this. This is all there was. We had to roll uphill both ways.
Ah.
Visiting people... I was about to say people. Visiting Popola again? Yes, sir. I'm coming to see you today, Popola. I promise. What a weird thing to say. And yes, rolling makes it faster. In every game, rolling is faster. I don't care if you time it or if you compare two clips next to each other and it technically looks like it's slower. Just trust me, it's faster. Alright, there might have been one other area of the village that I didn't get to, but we can get to it later. I'm almost positive. I can't imagine things will go wrong right... Oh, no! I assume that's Yonah in the screen, and she just fell over. Okay, Xbox, you're so... My Xbox is so old, it didn't even come with Uno. You can't be loading that fast. I want to see what the thing says. Alright. Am I allowed to roll in the library? Yes. I visited a different college campus recently. Different means nothing to you, dear viewer. I don't know why I had to clarify that. I visited a college campus recently and went into their law library, and I was like, you know what? The vibes of libraries, on point. Whoever made that, whoever made how libraries look, you did a good job. These books speak of ancient technology far beyond anything we could ever imagine. What could have happened to this world? Who knows, man? That feels like progress. I assume the dots are people on the mini-map down there, so I gotta keep an eye out for that. Popola asked me to organize the books, but I had no idea there were so many. I should never have taken this job. I just applied to be a library assistant at a university. Not the one I just mentioned, a different university, but I just applied for that today. And again, I love the vibes of libraries. I wonder if once I get started, I'll be like, oh no, that wasn't worth it. Guess it's locked. That's a really... It is always a very fun video game thing to be like, how does your character react to a locked door? Because like Francis York Morgan will just like grab the doorknob and jiggle it several times and be like, oh, must not be the right time of day, on the assumption that all doors should be open to him at some point in his life. And our guy here, I mean, it would seem, he doesn't say, I have no reason to go in here. I guess it's implied that he did try to open it and just says, I guess it's locked, which I guess is also a very funny way to phrase that. This blending of 3D and 2D is very fun. I do love that.
Say.
Good morning. How's Yonah doing today? Her cough isn't any better. That's worrisome. I hope she gets well soon. Me too. I feel so helpless. Other than making sure she eats properly, there just isn't much I can do for her. Most days I feel like a total failure. Oh, stop that. You're the finest father a girl could hope to have. Well, anyway, I was hoping you could take care of this for me. I got a request from someone in the shopping district. They need you to get some mutton from the northern plains. Got it. I'm on my way. Since you're going to the plains, let me give you a map. Yes, please! It'll come in handy, trust me. Got the northern plains map. And we have our map button. It is the one button on this controller that does not work reliably, aside from the A button I mentioned earlier, I guess. You must obtain a map of the area before you can view it. Oh, and one more thing. Would you mind purchasing 3 medicinal herbs from the client while you're at it? I used my last one earlier. Here's some money. Hell yeah, that's a ton of gold. I won't spend it on maps. Must show restraint. I don't think herbs cost this much. Well, then buy some for Yonah while you're at it. You don't have to. It's okay. Really. That's 3 pieces of mutton and 3 medicinal herbs, alright? Thanks. Is that it? Yeah, alright. So yeah, I guess just the local librarian gives us odd jobs, like we're Gintama. That's not the name of the character, but it's still the reference. Thanks, Popola, for everything. Huh? You know.
Work you give me.
Oh, this is... Sorry, I didn't even... Dang it, that means he said the name and I didn't hear it. I don't know if it's Popola or Popple.
You've been telling the villagers that I'm for hire, haven't you?
Oh, that? It's nothing. They need help. And you need money to take care of Yonah. This way everyone wins.
I suppose so.
The vibes of this game are very good. It sucks that the controls feel just slightly clunky. And I believe that is, I think rather famously, NieR fans rejoiced when Automata was handed over to Platinum. But Yoko Taro, that's his name, right? My brain was like, no, it's Yoko Ono. And I had to like slap myself and be like, no, that's not who Yoko Ono is. Yoko Taro is still the main story guy for Automata. So you get the storytelling of NieR, which, in case it's not clear, I love already. And I know the broad strokes of this game. I know it's going to get even better. Combined with the gameplay of Platinum, and we know Platinum does really good gameplay, and sometimes kind of does not really care that much about the story. It's kind of like a match made in heaven. It's not really any surprise knowing all the ingredients that went into it, why Automata was so successful. But yes, that's my only thing so far in the game is like, it doesn't feel super great to play, but the vibes are enough that I don't care.
Yeah.
I wonder if this means there's a... Wait, Yonah? Oh, hey, Dad. Damn it, Yonah, you know you're too sick to be outside. Look at you. Now your ribbon is coming undone and everything. Sorry, Dad. I thought maybe I'd go to the library and see if they had any books about my sickness. Yonah, just let me worry about that, alright? You just need to eat and sleep and focus on getting better. If you do that, your illness will take care of itself. You really think so? Yeah, I do. Listen, I've got a lot of work to do, so I'll be back in a while, okay? Okay. Are you gonna go back to the house now? Don't stay out too long. Okay. I'm glad I caught that. I just assumed that was like a side quest, and that's why she had a little speech bubble over. I don't think I talked to you guys earlier. Seems like people did nothing but write books back... I should do... Take two? Take two? Seems like people did nothing but write books back in the old days. Still don't love it, but I can live with that. I can't read them either. They're all written in funny languages. Mother and father are very busy, so I have to watch my little brother. I don't mind, actually. He's pretty cool, and I like to come here and look at the books. You gotta love two siblings that actually just enjoy being around each other and don't give each other a hard time. Like, giving each other a hard time is classic sibling energy. That's not a bad thing. But Devil and Popola came to keep me company today. They even sang a song for me. It was really great. I need to practice so I can sing Dad when he gets back. July 20th. Thank you. Okay. The library is a small loading area, so that's why loading screen was so fast. I will probably have more time whenever I'm entering a bigger area. That's good to know. Ooh!
Once thriving populations now lie decimated by plague and disease. The end has never felt so close.
I'd like to retract that excited ooh I gave out.
Monsters called shades now roam the land, threatening our very lives. But that's of no consequence to me. My daughter is sick, and my only concern is to give her a better life. I try my best, but I'm only one man, hardly man. So the kindness of the villagers has meant much. Nothing will stop me. I will fight for Yonah until the end. Until the very end.
Like, see, that on its own... Like, those last lines... I'll defend my sister to the very end, until the very, very end. Like, that would be nice. That would be fairly heartwarming coming from a young brother, young being, like, I think he's in, like, his late teens or early 20s is the vibe. Like, that would be fine, but it would just feel so, like, it would feel so anime and in kind of a generic way. In that particular specific instance, I don't mean that as a compliment. Like, I'm gonna protect my sister to the end. I don't know, it just feels a lot, to me, it feels more authentic.
They've got discount vegetables today.
I didn't realize that was voiced.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's the same voice before. It feels a lot more authentic and real hearing a father say, I'm going to fight to defend Yonah until the very end. I don't know. That's a personal thing, but again, I got the marketing team read me right. That is what I do think that's a more effective dynamic. You know the junk heap in the Northern Plains? Yeah, it's a mine where you can get metals and stuff. If it weren't for all the old world machines in there, I'd be up there to mine for myself. Interesting. Speaking of foraging for myself, let me just just taking the dirtier for a whole second. Hey, I got a chicken egg. What the fuck is that doing in here? I'll take it. Shades dislike light, but it doesn't actually hurt them unless the light is really powerful. So even if it's sunny, watch yourself, alright? See, there's another guy around this creepy corner.
How are things?
You should quit working so hard. Come have a drink with me. Come on, first round's on me. Sorry, but I need to get home early so I can look after my daughter. You're always saying that. Fuck your daughter. I'm going to do one last round through the village. Now that I am paying more attention to the fact that dots mean people. I'm going to see if I missed anybody. Can't imagine I did. Did they just... What was that? Did they just kick a soccer ball into oblivion? It looked like something flew off there, but maybe that was a piece of ambient lighting that just looked fancy. I don't know. Let's see. Here. Yeah. Oh, jeez, kid. There were two kids around the fountain. No, there's this one kid here. Did I talk to you?
Listen here.
Yeah. Warning you about the sheepas. Okay, I guess I should get the medicinal herbs. Okay. I want to play up the idea that I'm obsessed with maps. And by play up, I mean stay true to the fact that I fucking love maps, alright? And it also just means I get to explore more right off the bat. However, I do legitimately want to make sure I have enough money to take care of Yonah. So I will get the herbs first, and then with my leftover money... Oh, wait, the medicinal herbs were sold by that same guy, weren't they?
How are you today? Hey.
Oh, shit, you must be the man Pablo meant... Sorry, say that again. You must be the man Pablo sent. I need 3 pieces of mutton as soon as you can, alright? Am I not... I have 1,000 gold. Am I not allowed to buy anything from you before then?
Hey, how's it going?
And I remember she did actually say from the client. So yeah, he is the guy with the herbs. And I guess, yeah, he just won't sell until I have solved his problem for him. Which I'm happy to have work. But I don't know, it just feels weirdly entitled, doesn't it? I won't give you any goods until you do the thing that I ask someone else to ask you to do for me. Anyways, I think I already have 2 medicinal herbs just from digging around in the fucking dirt, so that's a positive thing. And I got some more berries. February 4th. I'm gonna learn to make awesome food for Dad. I better start working on a new secret recipe. It's interesting. She mentions Devola and Popola, so presumably this is like from this part of the timeline rather than the prologue. But the passing of time is interesting because we've already gotten things from February and I fucking forget already, man. I'm blanking. The music is great. The music already slaps. Are you gonna get? Mutton is sheep, right? Do I just have to kill the sheep? Let's do some exploring before we kill any sheep. And maybe if we accidentally aggro them, we can kill them in self-defense and we feel slightly better about it. Hey, were you trying to... No, he's running away. It's gonna make me feel bad. Let's just explore the Northern Plains a little bit. This is... I forgot how much they lean into, like... Yeah, it is a post-apocalypse. They mentioned the old world a couple of times, but the idea of, like... Here's a bridge... Like, here's the remains of a metal bridge from a modern-day world. Oh, that's the other thing I haven't even mentioned about NieR. Oof. How embarrassing. This game is actually a spin-off to a different game that I think Yoko Taro did. I'm pretty sure he was in charge of it. The Drakengard series, which I've heard is not actually that good. I found a lizard. I got a lizard tail. Oh, that's... I don't know if this is meant to be the implication, but I interpret that as I grabbed it and then detached its tail, so now I just have the tail. I've heard the Drakengard series isn't, like, great, so we're not going to be playing it. We're going to treat this as a separate series. I usually try to play entire series on this channel whenever I can, but NieR is just its own series, which, by the way, also has, like, a gacha game. It has, like, a spin-off, or no, a crossover with Final Fantasy that I won't get to do because I don't have a console that can play that. And apparently they're, like, it's not just a gimmick. There's, like, legit new NieR lore dropped in the Final Fantasy crossover. I don't know, man. Look at that cool bird. I will probably have to limit myself just based on my own abilities with the equipment I have. Probably limit it to just this and Automata, which from what I've heard is like, that's most of it. That's, you have got, well, crap. Guess I won't be crossing here. I think most people would agree you've gotten the main gist of the NieR experience if you play those two. But regardless, we will not be playing Drakengard, but this game, you may have noticed it was snowing in July. I guess we'll just have to kill some sheeps. Hey, do I have any magic powers? Nope, those buttons don't do anything. Interesting. But I got a sick combo on this defenseless sheep. Approach your fallen prey and press B. Fun fact, I don't think it was actually snowing in July in the prologue. Because if I understand correctly, the NieR universe takes place, the Drakengard, all of these games have a lot of different endings, spoilers. And the NieR game takes place in one of the endings of Drakengard 1. And if that sounds insane, it is. It's insane. And it gets more insane, because Drakengard is another fantasy game where there's dragons running about and stuff like that, and it's, you know, swords and knights and all that. And then, holy shit, well done. I think I got a hit in, that's what the blood is, so I will focus in on that one. Sorry, buddy. Wool? I don't need wool. I need mutton. Anyways, in one of the 5 endings of Drakengard 1... Which, okay, it's you, I think. In this fantasy world, you very quickly, you and your dragon buddy and the main evil demon goddess... I don't need wool, man. I need some mutton and stat. All teleport to a strange alternate universe, and your dragon buddy goes, "Is this the land of the gods?" And then a title card pops up saying modern day Tokyo. And the final boss just takes place in modern day Tokyo. Better get this meat back to the village. And you defeat the final boss, and she disintegrates and into a snow-like material, and that scatters about. And you and your dragon buddy celebrate.
What are shades doing so close to town?
Hey, shades, we've seen these things. Very Okami-esque, actually. They look like the bad guys in Okami a little bit. Especially with the kind of monkey-esque... Hey, I got an old school book. For Yonah! I'm doing good things by killing these things. And I leveled up! I had no idea shades were loose so close to the village. You and your dragon companion pat themselves on the back for a job well done, and then fighter jets shoot you out of the sky, and you die. And that's the end of Drakengard 1 in one of the 5 endings. Okay, we've read that one. And I believe it has been confirmed that that prologue thing we saw is that a man can't even go hunting in peace anymore. I better get this meat back to the shopkeeper. The dust that the evil goddess turned into was highly toxic, or something like that, highly radioactive. For one reason or another, the act of destroying of teleporting the main bad guy to our world and then killing them led to that apocalypse we saw in the prologue, and that's what's happening in NieR. I don't think this game ever goes into that, aside from the implication that, like... Oh, shit, I haven't been reading this. I thought it was just something about he wants me to have it, and I tell Popola I said thanks, okay? I'll do that. Got 600 gold. Hell yeah, man. Sorry, I'm sorry I skipped over that. I assume it was not super. It was him being like, here's the mutton, and he says, well, here's some money as thanks. But, alas. I'm looking for some maps, actually. I have 5 medicinal herbs. I don't need to buy any from him, so I can spend all of the money I got from Popola on maps. Yes. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. It's fine. Come back anytime. What happens if I press... Okay, so this is just Flint's village. It's my village, guys. It belongs to me. That's a positive thing. Oh, it looks like I can't go to a different map. What does this look like? My weapon is the nameless blade. Orders. Animal. Call. Oh, I can call things. I have a nameless blade, and that's it. It's a light weapon, and it's a light weapon. It has no magic, but it has 100... Okay, it's just a normal-ass... Honestly, like, part of me wants to adjust sensitivity, but also part of me just wants to get used to it rather than just doing too much. Audio seems pretty good to me. The dialogue feels slightly quiet, but not to the point that it's like a problem. So yeah, I don't think any of that lore about Drakengard ever is even directly brought up in this game at all, aside from the idea of this used to be a world akin to modern day, and now it's this.
Say.
Okay, you already said that. But yeah, that's the lore.
Oh my.
It's kind of insane, and I kind of love it. We can cycle our saves, right? Operation complete. Is this a separate mailbox? Why? I guess it just makes world building sense. But why is there a mailbox right next to my actual mailbox? Is Yonah home? I told her to come home. I know this isn't the plot. God damn it, Yonah. Is that a fucking takeout box? Oh, no, that's the pillow. I was looking at the bed because it looks like the stone wall behind it looks like the lid of a box, and the pillow looks like the bottom of the box. I was gonna be like, at least some conveniences never change. Oh no, up the hill, up the hill. Although I can probably go that direction now, right? I imagine the maps that I bought are of surrounding areas, right? Oh boy. Is there a... There is a walk, but I have to be very careful about it. Gotta love that. There's no need for that, but he's just like, gotta be as Aragorn as possible. And I do the same thing. Anytime there's double doors, I'm opening both of those bad boys. You know it. You just feel more powerful. Something about how awesome Dad is, I didn't get to read it, because the loading screen's too fucking fast. And in fact, I remember back when I was in high school, all of our double doors had the metal bar in between, which I guess is probably good for, like, you know, airflow or whatever, like keeping the air in and, you know, saving on energy bills is good for the environment or whatever. But it means I can't... I actually did this several times for comedic effect, but it means if you push both doors open, there will be a metal bar in your way if you try to walk in between the middle of them. And I did a very good job, because the other big thing is you can... There's a big loud clang if you kicked the iron bar, so if you timed it right, you could do a very comedic, like, pretend to open the doors dramatically, kick the iron bar and pretend you hit your head, and go, oh my god! And antics ensued. What can I say? Let's talk to Popola. I got the mutton. Those sheep are squirrely little bastards. Oh, and here's your herbs. Thank you. And yes, those sheep can be surprisingly tough. Anyway, you look exhausted, so why don't you call it a day? I'm sure Yonah would love some extra time with you. Yeah, I'm sure she would. Cool. Yeet. Well, where did Yonah go? She's not in here still. Yeah, that's the real Aragorn, because Today, Popola sent me a new book about a great big tree. I really hope it has a happy ending. There's nothing worse than a sad tree. Damn. December 1st. I hope it's not some dumb story where a kid takes advantage of the tree even though the tree's just trying to be nice and then the kid doesn't even learn any lessons by the end of the story. I'm going to be honest. Internet discourse surrounding the Giving Tree has completely subsumed my actual memory of ever reading the Giving Tree. I don't really remember that book. I have read it. When I was a little kid, I did read it at some point. But I have no, like, is that one of those things where the internet gets slightly angry about something that they should get slightly angry about? Is it like a Grandpa Joe situation where the internet goes way overboard with how upset they are and decide that Grandpa Joe is like a fascist and a war criminal just because when you look at his actions objectively, it feels a little bit rude? Or is it that bad? I truly don't even remember what the actual plot of the Giving Tree is, aside from the tree gave some things to the kid. Is it true the kid never learned his lesson? That's what the internet discourse says, but it's been so long I don't even remember. Hey, Dad, about that dream I had today. There was me and, I think there was a big pink goat or something? I guess I kind of forgot the rest. But it was really crazy. That's alright, Yonah. I've got a story for you this time. You ever heard of a flower called the lunar tear? That's a silly name. It's really not. That's like why is that silly? No, explain your logic, kid. Why is that silly? That doesn't make any... Maybe. But people say that the lunar tear will grant the wish of anyone who finds one. But only very good boys and girls are ever able to find one. So you have to keep being good, alright? Could a lunar tear make me better? Of course. It can do anything. Yonah? Something wrong? No, it's nothing. Good night, Dad. The next morning. Truly thought she'd be gone. That really was the vibe of like, oh, nothing, Dad. Nothing you need to worry about. Next morning, she's gone! Alright, I'm off. See you later. And stay out of trouble today, alright? Alright.
Wow.
The lunar tear.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, you just keep thinking about that, kid. Better than some story about a tree, am I right? What is that dot? Is that Yonah? Yeah, that's Yonah. Okay. Unless there's someone on top of my house. Alright, I assume Popola is going to continue. I should check. Do you guys have more dialogue? It's the big moment of truth. How long is this game actually going to take? Thank God. Probably after big plot developments, I should start checking in with everybody. It seems like for these small-scale quests, everyone's still saying the same thing, so that's good. See, now this is a loading screen. Is this loading screen taking forever for this to show up? But then the library itself loads quickly? Like, why doesn't the thing pop up? I don't know. The loading screen is happening for a hot sec, but the calendar, the journal page, does not show up until the last second.
Hey.
Got any work for me today? I do have something, but I don't know. It's gonna be a bit of an ordeal. Sounds right up my alley. I suppose so. You know about the little wooden bridge that's out in the northern plains, right? Yeah, the old thing finally fell over. Well, we had a team of carpenters working on it, but they were attacked by shades. What? Shades in the northern plains? If only I had some strange memory of seeing shades in the northern plains within the past day or so, then I wouldn't be so surprised. Yes, I know. Apparently it was overcast and the shades caught them off guard. One of the carpenters was seriously injured. So you want me to go take him out? Yes, but be careful. It's a dangerous job. My favorite kind. Can't live on charity forever. I have to do something to help this village. You know, yesterday I killed some shades right by the village gate in the northern plains, man. Yeah. Damn things were hiding in the shadows. Oh? That's a bit disconcerting. Anyways, are you sure you want to take this job? I'm sure. Leave it to me. Anything else? Sorry to put you through all this trouble. You good. This is good. I feel like Yonah's the only one that's had more than one line of dialogue on repeated check-ins, which is a very good like rule of thumb of I don't have to double up every single time. I'm realizing if this world took place in like if modern day Tokyo is what this game is meant to be, the world this game is meant to take place in, there's a chance that book literally is the Giving Tree. Like if Devola and Popola are obsessed with, not obsessed with, maybe they're obsessed with it, but they're protective of, oh yeah, it is overcast, that's a fun adjustment. If they're protective of the old world and they have a bunch of old world relics, there's a chance that the book literally is the Giving Tree. Got another medicinal herb, they're all over the place. Why even buy them? Yeah, I guess that journal entry is enough information that I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything. Devola and Popola are, I believe, twins. Devola being the, yeah, there they are, linked together once more. Popola's the one giving us all these jobs. Devola is the guitar player in the square there. And yeah, we'll see more of them as the game progresses. But yeah, that's their deal, and that's why they look kind of similar. And I probably even have the same voice actor, although I don't know that for sure. So long, sheeps. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't see any shades, but here they are. Okay, this thing... Judging from my... I did already know this, but I don't think it's a spoiler because we can learn that from the menu. As the menu taught us, we will probably be getting more weapons. This one does not appear to have any hit stun, I'm noticing. I should probably block more rather than rely only on rolling. Ooh, but I did a cool attack out of roll. That's a cool thing. Okay, their wind-up is... This ain't Bayonetta. Ooh, that was fun. I don't know what that was, but it was fun. I'm not doing great, but that one thing was fun. There we go. That should take care of the shades for a while. I'll take a defense drop. Is that a drop of defense? Or does that make my defense drop? Does that make other people's defense drop? What does that mean? I don't know, but I'm gonna roll all the way home. I'm going to make awesome food for Dad. I better start working on a new secret recipe. That's one... We have read that one before, but that's when I saw something about awesome Dad. That's what that one was, February 4th. What does the crosspad do in this game? Anything? Let me test that out. Oh, that's a quick... Okay, down and right both seem to pull up the weapon menu, but that's a cool... quick menu button. That's fun. Hey, doggy. The hell was that? Did I shove attack? I guess so. I was hoping it would be a pet button, and it was not. Oh, I don't need to go down here, I guess. You keep saying that, old man. Whoops, sorry. I just want them to open inwards. Because Aragorn opens them inwards to get indoors. I'm always doing the reverse. I gotta pull them in. I'm pushing them. Whenever I push them, I'm going outside. I don't get to do my Aragorn move. And I just have to take my anger out on the doors because they don't open the way I want them to. Got him! Oh, you're back. Yep. Is everything alright? Were you hurt? That was nothing. I am near death, but I'm doing okay. I've been so worried. I felt like I sent you into a really dangerous situation, and if something had... Popola, I'm fine. You can stop worrying now. I'm glad. Oh, by the way, those carpenters left you some money. Thanks. Again. Now it's you who needs to stop worrying. Go buy something nice for Yonah, okay? God, that feels like a lot of gold. I don't know what the economy is, but that feels like a lot of gold. I guess if shades are dangerous, they would really want to reward you. But, speaking of Yonah, she came by here this afternoon. Damn it, not again. I was wondering what the response was going to be. I think that's fair. Damn it, not again. Don't be so angry. She just wanted to ask me a question. What about? She was asking about the outside world. Why would she suddenly care about what happens outside the village? I don't know. Oh, well, I guess kids don't always make sense. Don't worry, I told her she wasn't allowed outside of the village. Thanks. I'm sorry she was bugging you. It's not a bother. Now go home. She's probably worried about you. Good plan. Anything else? Thanks. Oh, that's the... Why is she so curious about the outside world? Maybe it's because of that miracle cure you told her about yesterday. NieR. I'm going to keep calling him NieR because it feels weird to call the character Flint. I assume these are kind of showing up at random, which makes me always worried that my RNG is going to be just terrible and I will miss one just because it happens to never show up. There's a small enough amount that I assume as the game progresses we will get different ones. But it seems like I'm assuming per chapter is kind of the determining factor. I don't know if this game has chapters. I don't know why I said that so confidently. But I assume per big story beat there will be new ones. But I don't know. I'm just worried I might miss one. Hey! Yonah? Where'd she go? I swear she's gone to the library again. I can't... I really don't think it's... Oh, I didn't even realize how weird it is that I show up on the left side here. Is there a staircase that snakes around the entire building? That's wild. Don't know how I could have missed her. Like, in my field of vision, there's a chance that I wouldn't have seen her. But I feel like the first-person perspective of getting from here to there seems very unlikely. And I guess I did just jump over this entire mountain without looking behind me. So maybe she could have snuck past me, but come on. Why does it take so long? Oh, it's cutscene time. Oh, it's first-person time? No, just for a second. Just for a second, I thought I wouldn't have to look at this hideous face of mine, but... doesn't look like she's here. I better go ask Popola. Until I hear a character say it, I am not going to settle on a pronunciation. That's one of those that could truly go either way. And I'm usually here when it comes to characters where it's unclear how their names are pronounced. Like, I'm in the middle of reading a lot of Sanderson books. Very opinionated about how to pronounce characters in Sanderson books. But this character's name is truly right on the line, or if like, yeah, I could go either way. I don't know what it is. And this time, because it's voice acted, it's like, there is an official pronunciation. I just don't know what it is, because I wasn't listening the first time. Hey, Popola. Was Yonah here again? No, haven't seen her. That's strange. She's not home, either. Really? Yeah, figured she came here to bug you some more. Nope, she hasn't been back since earlier. She should be home by now. Did she say where she was going? No, she just asked me where she could find a lunar tear. She's so cute. I told her how they used to grow around the lost shrine. Why the hell is Yonah asking about lunar tear? Gee, I wonder what... Does he have, like, short-term memory loss? This is the second time he did something within 24 hours. And then Popola said, hey, this thing happened. And he goes, what? Why would what do you mean that happened? Oh, god damn it. What is it? What's wrong? Yesterday I told her a story about how lunar tears can grant wishes. And? She asked me if it could cure her, and I said it could, and then... God, I'm such an idiot. You don't think she went to look for one, do you? She's finally learned the extent of her illness. Oh, damn it all. What's the fastest way to the Lost Shrine? Through the eastern gate. I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, I don't even get to choose. What happens if I haven't bought the map yet? I'm glad I prepared.